Heyo everybody, Haku here with my live reaction or read-through for Omniscient Reader or Omniscient Reader's Viewpoint, Chapter 288. I am excited to read as always this week. Literally the second I saw the thumbnail for this week's chapter, I was like, Biyu! So we got Biyu in the thumbnail. Biyu will be playing some sort of role, I guess. And yeah, other than that, again, I've been working on some Omniscient Reader projects, and for those projects, in order to, have a better project again, I don't want to say too much because I want to surprise with some things. I've been trying to go back through 10 chapters a day, like rereading, just to go through things, like get through the series again and everything. Plus, I've watched other people's reactions a little bit. Like I've been trying to make it to Dr. Bonehead's when possible. So I've been going back through. Again, no real huge thoughts that I feel like talking about right now with all of that. I think the only, there are a few things that have stood out. I think one of the big things that stood out, lots of Namun flashbacks. It feels like anytime in these early chapters, early arcs, whatever, anytime anything happens, Dokja's like, Namun flashback. Like, Namun, lots of Namun flashbacks. I didn't think about that as much, but it's something that I've noticed going back through. There's probably other things, but I'm just not thinking of them at the moment. Either way, so yeah, as you see these next couple videos, I'm rereading on my own. But either way, let's just start reading 288 for this week. We have understanding of character. Kim Dokja, right, he's thinking of himself as a character. Kim Dokja has increased. What? He starts sweating. See? I told you not to look at it for too long. And we have the creak. The creakle? Does that say? Yeah, the creakle. the creakle of probability lightning. Dokja? Hey, what the heck? He burned through a chunk of the place. And now the architecture here looks a little bit, well, I mean, maybe it's just the one building. I was like, the architecture here looks more like the Yujin-kyuk industrial complex, like than the Kim Dokja one. But then that outer wall kind of matches. Personal skill, the fourth wall is activating intensely. Ugh, what happened to you? How long was I out? I have no idea. I came running when I saw lightning suddenly strike and you were already on the ground. Lightning? Well, the sparks that go off when someone breaks plausibility, right? But that one was... It was so big you thought it was lightning. I swear, I've never seen one that big before. Just how strong was the probability storm for even a self-repairing coat to end up like this? Are you okay? Yeah, more than okay, actually. In fact, I feel much lighter than before. Effect of the personal skill reading comprehension has enhanced your understanding. Now that I think about it, one of the messages said I was a character. Character, Kim Dokja. I remember seeing a few people. And then he thinks back to Sunguk and Minsub, who came from outside the original novel yet ended up becoming part of it. Attributes window. The fourth wall's glaring at you. That's a good face. You looked at it for 15 seconds. Not going to show it to you anymore. Sorry, but can I ask you one thing? What are those things behind the wall? I'm sleepy. Again, is it the audience? Is it asleep already? Crap. You've obtained a new story. Story, one who gazed into the abyss has obtained. Great information unavailable. The one who gazed into the abyss. What's happening? Why did I obtain this story? And why now? It was someone else who got it in the original novel. What's the connection between this story and the message saying I was a character? Have I become one of the characters now? Or am I still a reader? Am I still someone who can change the future? Man, all of this stuff is really good. Dokja? Ah, he has such clear eyes. If only the situation I'm in were as transparent as those eyes. I wish I could read myself the way I can read his gaze. What if I used the Omniscient Reader's viewpoint on myself? There's something inside me, something even I can't understand. I don't know if it was written into me by the author, or if it simply became part of me as the world changed. But one thing I know for sure is that I have to figure out what it is, no matter how long it takes. Dokja. And Bihyeong's coming in? Are you alright? Bihyeong? Tsundere? It's just, I saw a probability storm hit out of nowhere, so I came to see what was going on. He said he had something to take care of, but turns out he was actually watching me from close by the whole time. How sneaky. Don't get the wrong idea. I only came back because there was something I forgot to tell you. So, what is it you forgot to tell me? Is he talking with a Dokkaebi right now? The upcoming Demon King selection's turning into a massive event. They're even fighting over who gets the broadcast rights. And as you might have guessed, I'm not the only Dokkaebi dispatched to the Demon Realm. Who else is there? There's another Dokkaebi you know on the opposing side, one that holds a pretty big grudge against us. There are 2 Dokkaebi I can think of right now, but one of them is in the Wuxia world. And we have Paul there in his demoted form with Yoongi. Is it going to be Dokgak? If so, we haven't seen Dokgak in forever. One of them is in the Wuxia world. That means Dokkaebi Dokgak has invited you to his channel. Hold on. If we get a version, like, if Dokgak has also evolved and we get a, like, you know, mid-grade or whatever the higher grade level Dokkaebi is of Dokgak, you know, I'm excited. It's Dokgak, isn't it? Yeah. Well, anyway, just be careful out there and keep your channel in check. I'm so excited to see more Dokgak. Wait, where's your Dokkaebi? My Dokkaebi? And then this battle. I love Biyu. Biyu? You have entered the channel BI7623. Constellation Bald Army Generals deeply moved by your return. Constellation God of Naval Warfare greets you with a warm smile. Okay, so now the Korean constellations are seeing him again. Many constellations welcome your return. Constellation Demon King of Salvation asks about the whereabouts of Dokkaebi Biyu. Constellation Bald Army General wipes his head awkwardly. Constellation Great King Hungmu clears his throat and presses his thumb against his index finger. Some constellations say they might be willing to answer if coins are offered. Alright, I forgot. Our constellations on the Korean peninsula aren't exactly loaded. Maybe she got caught in the storm. I don't think so. There's no trace of that. Who could it be? Who took Biyu? It feels like someone tore the very existence of Biyu right out of this place. Bah! Biyu is the only Dokkaebi with an independent channel in the Demon Realm. And here, the Demon Realm is the only scenario area not under Dokkaebi jurisdiction. Was it Wenimen, then? Damn it, it's those bastards doing. The Wenimen. Okay, because yeah, the Wenimen is typically, like, this would be their jurisdiction more than the Dokkaebi, right? The Demon Realm was originally the domain of the Wenimen. And of course, they wouldn't just sit back and watch. When they found out that a Dokkaebi not affiliated with the management center owned a personal channel here. No, the baby! Leave this to me. I'll track them down myself. The maternal instincts kicking in. This is about the honor of the Dokkaebi. Even if she isn't part of the management center, I can't just stand by and do nothing. And then we have our title splash all the way down here. Character Part 2. The Wenimen running off. The era of the Dokkaebis has come to an end. Child, you'll be the first Weniman with your own channel. The storyteller of, censored, you will free the slaves from the hell of this wretched scenario. And he turns back. And we have the yellow probability lightning, I guess, Biyu. Hey you, get that lump away from her face. Bihyeong, so cool. You must be a high-grade Dokkaebi. You better hand her over and walk away while I'm still asking nicely. This Dokkaebi isn't even part of the management center, so why are you getting involved? Okay, this Dokkaebi isn't even part of the management center, so why are you getting involved? because I'm the one who brought her into this world. I may not have raised her, but I do have a duty, or do have to at least do my duty as a parent. Again, that expression is so good, so cool. I love Bihyeong. Parent? Don't make me laugh. Since when did Dokja care about things like that? If you really had that kind of heart, maybe you could have shown my ancestors a bit of mercy. Biyu is so cute! I hate to break it to you, but even I wasn't born back then. But I wasn't even born back then. Then who's gonna pay for our suffering? Who'll make up for the pain of having our story pouch stolen by your kind? What the hell are you talking about? I know that story. We gave you the story pouch back in the end. We even compensated you double. Huh. So you really don't know anything. I love getting more into the lore of the star stream, like behind the surface level world that the people are, doing scenarios in. So you really don't know anything. You Dokja never returned what belonged to the Weni men. And we have the bulbous growth becoming more bulbous. What a great chapter. All of the existential stuff in the beginning was incredibly good. It was amazing. Then you get past the existential stuff that was so amazing, and we get more into Bihyeong, and I love Bihyeong and Dokja. So, the true ship, crucify me if you may, but, Dokja Sanga, I sleep. Dokja Junghyuk, pretty good. But it's pretty generic, Dokja Junghyuk, yeah, everybody thinks like the two hot guys. Let's ship them together, even though we know it's not actually ever going to happen because Junghyuk's going to end up with Seolhwa, and there's no way that Dokja doesn't end up with Sangha unless something crazy happens. But my truth is Dokja Bihyeong. My truth is Dokja Bihyeong and their family with their daughter Biyu. That is my truth. So I love all of that. And then getting just more Bihyeong doing stuff. More stuff with the Weni men and the Dokjabis. And learning more about the world of the Star Stream. I love this stuff. Like when we saw the offices and everything. And like Bihyeong talking to Baram. Every time we get this kind of thing. Even back when we first got like Dokak's Gamtu and everything. I love all of this stuff whenever we get it. So, yeah, all of this is great. And I think the Weni men are a cool concept and have been done great so far. And one thing I love, too, is the Korean flair of it all. The way that it is shaped by the author's culture. I love that a lot. Because you could question to yourself, if this is spanning all these different mythologies and stuff, why are things run by Dokja and Weni men, things that are like Korean mythos and everything? But I love that. I love that the world is running with Korean mythos and everything. And I think that that's something that I love in other things too. Japanese things that are made with that culture in mind. And, here having something Korean, and it goes for any other culture too. I think so often people, especially when it comes to like anime and Japanese stuff, anime, manga, Japanese games, so often you see these people that come in and are like, man, I sure love anime, but it has all this Japanese sensibilities and culture, and it's like, screw you. You can watch Western stuff then. It's like going and watching Bollywood and be like, oh, Bollywood would be amazing if not for these damned Indians. Or, oh man, French film would be wonderful if not for these filthy French in it. A part of the thing of experiencing all of these things from around the world is getting to see how the different cultures shape them and stuff, things made in Australia with Australian humor, and things with British sensibility made in the UK, things from all over the world. And especially I think video games are the easiest thing to get into with that, because a lot of times when it comes to film or television, not a lot of things recently, things like K-dramas or Japanese stuff like anime has been popular for decades, but K-dramas have gotten huge lately. But and international music has been getting bigger and bigger in the mainstream. But a lot of things like shows and movies don't cross, you know, cultural boundaries as much. But video games are a huge thing where it's like, you ask me what video games, you know, I've played, and it's like a bunch of stuff from Japan, things from China, things that were made in Ukraine, things from Korea, of course, now, like Shift Up making Nikkei and Stellar Blade and stuff. You've got things that were made in Australia, things that were made in so many different European countries, things from Canada. Like, there's such a wide world of things out there where you can see how different cultures affect it when it comes to games. So I think having a story like this, I really want to praise, you know, how much we're seeing of all these other mythologies, but how much Korean history, like in early ORV, how much Korean history played into that early stuff, where I had those moments where I'm like, man, if I knew shit all about Korean history, then this would probably hit so hard. But it provides you that motivation and a jumping in point where it's like, if you like this, it makes you want to learn more about Korean history. And I like that the overall world of ORV and the way that the story is told is shaped, you know, by Korean culture and stuff. So I do think that that's something else I want to praise, that I just think makes it more exciting and more interesting. But I think that's about it. I praised the stuff at the beginning, middle, and now end of the chapter, so can't wait for next time. I don't think I have much else to say. Got a little bit off on a tangent at the end, but that's something that I just think in general about many things. So thank you for watching. Thank you for being here. Like if you like the video, comment down there to tell me what you thought of this chapter, my thoughts and reactions. Subscribe for more ORV, much more on the channel. Follow on Twitter if you want. If you want a link to the Discord server, it's free and open for anyone. If you want to help support the channel by dropping a super thanks or sharing around, it's really appreciated. If you want to help support the channel by becoming a member or patron, you get One Piece Bingo a bit early, your name at the end of videos, and of course, you're helping me to continue to make videos. So thank you so much. Just hit join down below to become a member, or go to patreon.com/Haku of the Tubes, or a link will be in the description to become a patron. Thank you to people who are already members and patrons. Thank you to chosen regulars Evan Hawley and Bertie Wooster, Magical Girls DD Ban and Maru, Cheriton Student, David Langstaff, Slayer Candidates, SGN Stan Eater, and Pure Elements, Pateo Deal, and Elsa the Storyteller. Thank you so much for your support. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you for being here, and I'll see you all next time.